On June 17, 2025, Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis bore witness to a pivotal Commissioner's Cup encounter as the Indiana Fever edged past the Connecticut Sun by a final score of 88-71. The atmosphere was electric, a convergence of tactical ingenuity, meticulous timing, and a few flashes of escalating physical play that would ultimately shape the strategic blueprints of both teams moving forward. Welcome to Jacy Sports, your spot for all things sports. From legendary moments and big-time plays to inspiring stories and deep dives, we bring you the content that keeps the game alive. If you love sports as much as we do, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. The game opened with a closely contested first quarter, with each possession carrying a palpable intensity. The Fever managed to notch 24 points against the Sun's 23. Their early rhythm punctuated by controlled half-court sets and assertive drives. Indiana's offensive execution was already hinting at the roles that would later define the game, while Connecticut's approach, guided by their dominant inside presence, held firm despite the urgency on display. As the second quarter unfolded, the Fever began to impose their rhythm more decisively. Under the poised guidance of head coach Christy Sides, the Indiana offense found clarity, anchored by the return of star guard Caitlin Clark. Clark, who finished the game with a stat line of 20 points, 6 assists, and 4 three-pointers on efficient shooting, contributed 12 of her points in the first half through dynamic drives and crisp perimeter shooting. Accompanying her, Kelsey Mitchell consistently found space to dismantle the Suns' defense, while Natasha Howard's performance, highlighted by a robust 16 points and a double-double of 12 rebounds, provided the Fever with an imposing presence in the paint. By halftime, Indiana commanded a 47-39 lead, a testament to their well-orchestrated ball movement and collective focus. The third quarter saw a decisive shift as Indiana outscored Connecticut 21-13. In that period, the Fever's disciplined transition play and suffocating defensive rotations forced the Sun into uncomfortable positions. It was during this quarter that tensions escalated noticeably. A flagrant foul was assessed to Connecticut's Jacy Sheldon after an eye poke on Clark, a moment that signaled the beginning of on-court confrontations. Despite Connecticut's valiant attempts, with Tina Charles and Olivia Nelson-Ododa working to sustain their offensive rhythm, Indiana's momentum was unyielding, propelling them to a robust lead. The final quarter intensified both the pace and the physicality of the contest. As the Fever maintained control, an incident crystallized the tension on the floor. During a fast break, Sophie Cunningham committed a hard foul on Jacy Sheldon, an act that led to further ejections amid a scramble to restore court order. Even as the contest was marred by these escalating frictions, Indiana's composure prevailed. Contributions from key players were decisive. Sydney Colson, albeit playing only 13 minutes, hit a crucial corner three, marking her lone successful attempt from beyond the arc. That served as a spark, while Damaris Dandas provided a season-high 13 points off the bench, exposing Connecticut's lack of second-unit firepower. As the final buzzer sounded, the Fever not only secured the win but also strengthened their position in the Commissioner's Cup standings, bringing them closer to a finals berth. The Indiana Fever's strengths were well encapsulated in their dynamic backcourt play and versatile scoring options. Caitlin Clark's return added a new dimension to their offense with her ability to create space and execute under pressure, complemented by Kelsey Mitchell's sharpshooting and Natasha Howard's imposing presence. Her 16 points and 12 rebound efforts set the tone inside. These elements, combined with a disciplined transition defense and smart ball movement, underscore a robust offensive identity. However, this reliance on explosive perimeter shooting and fast break opportunities entails inherent risks. If the Fever's long-range shooting were to stall, gaps in interior defense might be exploited by teams with more size or physicality. The opportunities for Indiana lie in further diversifying their scoring portfolio by integrating more mid-range and paint penetration moves, whereas the threats loom in the form of teams intent on disrupting their spacing or imposing slower, more deliberate defensive sets. For the Fever, Coach Christy Sides and her staff will focus on reinforcing controlled aggression and minimizing turnovers during high-pressure moments. Detailed film sessions will re-examine the pivotal third-quarter surge and the fourth-quarter incidents, particularly the flagrant foul on Clark and subsequent hard foul by Cunningham, to develop drills that enhance pick-and-roll execution and defensive closeouts. Emphasis will be placed on diversifying the offensive attack by integrating more mid-range action and building contingency plays for moments when perimeter shooting wanes. The objective is not merely to recreate the success of this game, but to establish a proactive blueprint that consistently challenges opponents' defensive sets while maintaining a disciplined transition defense. In contrast, the Connecticut Sun showcased individual talent and a fundamentally sound structure. Tina Charles, who led the Sun with 20 points, and Olivia Nelson-Ododa contributed significantly to maintaining their offensive framework. Yet Connecticut's weaknesses were exposed clearly by their insufficient bench production. Their second unit was notably lacking, as demonstrated by an aggregate bench output outscored 28-17, leaving too much reliance on their starting lineup. Their struggles in maintaining consistent spacing and communication under pressure further compounded the issue. Capitalizing on their strengths, the Sun must exploit their experienced core and inside scoring. But their opportunities hinge on reconfiguring their rotational schemes to integrate bench players more effectively. The existing threats emerge from high-tempo teams like Indiana, which force turnovers and capitalize on transition mismatches, underscoring the need for enhanced discipline and tighter defensive organization. For the Connecticut Sun, the post-game strategy will involve a thorough breakdown of the incidents that destabilize their rhythm. Coach Sandy Brondello and her staff are expected to institute reforms aimed at curbing on-court altercations and preventing lapses in communication during transitions. Their strategy will focus on refining half-court offensive sets to generate high-percentage opportunities, coupled with defensive drills designed to improve rapid closeouts and better integrate bench contributions. Recognizing the need to bolster their second unit, the coaching staff will likely experiment with new, rotational strategies that ensure more consistent scoring from role players. The Suns' war room will also concentrate on instilling greater composure during physically charged situations, striving to balance necessary aggression with a measured, strategic approach. In conclusion, the Fever's 88-71 victory over the Connecticut Sun on June 17, 2025, was a testament to the power of cohesive teamwork and strategic evolution. With Caitlin Clark leading a refined defensive charge, backed by the consistent play of Kelsey Mitchell and Natasha Howard, and the bench, particularly Damaris Dantas, delivering critical contributions, Indiana has positioned itself favorably in the Commissioner's Cup standings. Meanwhile, the Sun are left with clear directives for improvement: enhance bench production, fortify defensive communications, and anchor their physical play within a disciplined framework. As both teams return to their war rooms, the strategic insights gleaned from this hard-fought game are set to chart their paths in the challenging road ahead of the 2025 WNBA season. Thanks for watching Jentatsky Sports. If that video hit home or gave you something to think about, drop a like and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that bring the heart of sports to life. Until next time, stay inspired and keep chasing greatness.